Open.com/AO Radio, and you can get to the Ask the Booth form. Either scroll right down the page or click on the little icon that says Ask the Booth, or you can just send us an email, aoradio@tennis.com.au. Backhand from Muguruza to the forehand of Halep. Forehand Muguruza to the forehand of Halep. Backhand Muguruza tries to wrong foot Halep, but it's long.
30 love. That's the kind of point I feel like is going to happen. Muguruza trying to force the issue. Halep happy to play with good height, good shape, good depth. Waiting for the mistake.
Halep at 30 love. Serves just wide and long, I think. Halep mostly white cap, white sleeveless top. Serves out wide, forehand return from Muguruza. Backhand Halep tries to wrong foot Muguruza. Muguruza adjusts and goes down the line, hits the sideline. Nice shot from the Spaniard.
30-15.
And she can hit through the court. That's the danger for Halep.
Good. Jeremy Gordon just wants to know, he's from Canyon County in California. Cannon were to win, which she has done, would her ranking increase?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look to see where she was last year. Forehand return from Muguruza is long.
40-15.
How well did Canyon do at this tournament last year? I mean, Canyon's 15 in the world. She's only 21 years old. Australian Open history. She got to the second round last year where she lost to Simona Halep. That's an interesting one for Canyon. So, yeah. Second round to final. That's a massive increase. I'm sure she'll be well inside the top 10. Forehand return from Muguruza deep to the forehand of Halep. Halep goes wide.
40-30. We'd have to see who last year was in the top 10 this year and didn't achieve or maintain a similar performance, and their ranking potentially would drop.
The reason for that is that you keep your ranking points for 52 weeks. So unless the tournament changes its position in the calendar, it's long from Muguruza, and Halep holds the opening game of the match. Unless a tournament changes its position in the calendar, you will always have the players. If they've done well at a tournament, they can use those points to get back into it, but the points will drop off at the start of the tournament. So anyone who did well here last year, their points drop off. That's why Djokovic has to win the tournament in the men's side to be world number one, because he's the defending champion. Now, he beat Nadal in last year's final. Nadal lost in the quarterfinals, so Nadal's points total will drop. But if Djokovic has to have the same number of points as of this moment.
So, and also, sorry, Chris, with the heat, all the matches on the outside courts have been suspended.
Well, it's been interesting to see what happens at 1-1 here. Muguruza serving at love 1 down the centre. Backhand return, forehand from Muguruza. Halep goes cross court with a winner. Lovely placement. Short angled backhand.
Love 15.
The index is still saying 4.9. And while it says 4.9, they may stick with the roof open. We will see. One of the things I hadn't realised until I heard the umpire talking to the players is that they don't get the 10-minute break at the end of the second set, if it's one set all, unless one of them requests it. Muguruza serves down the centre, forehand return, forehand Muguruza to the backhand of Halep. Backhand Muguruza, forehand Halep. Forehand Muguruza up the backhand wing, backhand from Halep. Muguruza gets caught at the net. Plays a wonderful drop volley. Halep is in there, down the line of Muguruza. Halep can't get that one back.
Great passing shot. Interesting that Muguruza wanting to get to the net. So this may be a little tactical play, something that she's going to add for this match, trying to close in. And Halep showing her uncomfortableness at the net there. Once she got in, she was actually retreating by the time Muguruza was trying to hit that passing shot. Best to hold your ground, cover the angles.
Muguruza at 15-all. Come back to that sort of improvised half volley in a second. First serve's long. That ball from Halep was almost past her, so she had to take a step back and play a half volley leaning backwards. But it worked for her. 15-all, second serve. Goes to the backhand of Halep. Halep into out. Forehand from Muguruza. Halep with a big forehand down the backhand wing. Muguruza cross court. Halep will slice this one. Muguruza with a drive volley. Halep's read it well. Off the top of the net. Muguruza adjusts. Halep cross court winner. That was a good reflex from Muguruza after that ball came off the top of the net from Halep. But it did rather sit up for the Romanian. She's at 15-30.
don't mind that play one little bit from Muguruza, getting Halep to hit the one-handed slice and then trying to take the ball out of the air. Came undone with that net court, but principle, a tactic, could be very effective.
Muguruza serving down to the backhand of Halep. Backhand from Muguruza up the forehand wing. Forehand Halep into the corner. Backhand Muguruza. Forehand Halep into out. Backhand Muguruza up the line. Forehand Halep again going to the backhand, but Halep nets.
Would you say Halep's forehand's the side that over time makes a few more errors than her backhand?
Sorry, I was just looking at Muguruza and the ball kid. She's asked the ball kid for a towel, and he's basically saying there isn't one here. I can't see one, can you?
He's offered his sleeve, but that's not good enough, unfortunately. That won't work.
That's right, I missed your question, Mark, but
I'll come back to it.
Come back to it after this point. Muguruza at 30 all, serves down the centre. Into the net. Second serve from the Spaniard, tall Spaniard. She really cuts a tall figure here. Slightly leaning backwards as she hits that. Forehand from Halep, backhand from Muguruza, backhand Halep. Muguruza with a two-hander across court wide.
30-40. We're saying which side for Halep over time in the match you've seen creates the more errors, the forehand or the backhand side?
Well, she's favouring the backhand of Muguruza at the moment, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's going to that side. But, I mean, I don't know if you've had this. Sometimes you go into a match and you decide which side you're going to pepper just to try and make the other player neurotic about one side. Halep with a break point. Muguruza serves. Wrong side of the centre line. Rod Laver Arena it's only about, 35-40% full at the moment. People have maybe got drinks after the Ash Barty-Sophia Kenin match, which Barty lost. It was a bad return of serve from Simona Halep. Dumped her backhand into the net off a second serve.
Especially on break point as well. She had plenty of opportunity to hit that with her forehand. Chose to get in position with the backhand.
Both these players from countries where they have heat like this. Halep saying she quite liked the heat. Good deep return from Halep. Now plays a backhand down the forehand wing. That's a winner from Halep. And that's the surprise. She'd been going for the backhand, and then suddenly she played a backhand down the forehand wing of Muguruza, and Muguruza wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. Planted in the ground there, Muguruza, unable to move for that. Was not expecting that ball to be hit to that corner of the court.
I get the sense Halep is moving better at the moment. Muguruza, second break point against her. Not happy with her ball toss. I don't like this ball toss from Muguruza.
She lost a lot of control in the last match too, a quarter-final match.
Second serve is out wide. Backhand from Halep at full stretch. Muguruza will take the drive volley. Halep's read this one. She goes up the forehand wing. Muguruza puts that away. It's close. She just about got the volley on the inside of the sideline.
And because Halep is such a good exponent of defending and running down balls, Muguruza is trying to take the ball out of the air just to limit the amount of time Halep has to run down shots. Because she does tend to play with height when she's in trouble, Halep, trying to reload and restart the rallies.
Muguruza at deuce, serves out wide. Forehand return from Halep is chopped, brings Muguruza into the net. Halep can't get to that one. Lovely forehand from Muguruza. Halep looking a little frustrated.
Advantage Muguruza.
I think that's as much as anything because Muguruza wrong-footed her nicely then. Halep having had 2 break points in this game. Finds herself with Muguruza, point to level at 1 game all. 6 minutes in this game, 9 minutes in the match. Backhand return from Halep, forehand from Muguruza. That's a great job from Muguruza. Into out forehand, with the ball dropping almost on her baseline. She found the tightest of angles, and Halep couldn't get that at all.
And that's what she can produce. She's a clean ball striker. She's able to hit winners from all parts of the court.
How much did she mean that?
Yeah, if we asked her afterwards.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, it was very deceptive because she was looking one way and the ball went direction the other way, and it came off the throat of the racket. So, unbelievable skills.
Halep to the forehand of Muguruza. Now she goes on the backhand wing. Clean winner, Halep.
And that's what Halep, I feel, needs to do today. She's got to try to keep Muguruza off balance and keep her moving from side to side. And eventually, she'll find some space to hit that winner into.
Halep serving down the centre, forehand return, forehand Halep to the backhand of Muguruza, forehand Halep cross court, forehand Muguruza, backhand Halep down the middle, forehand Muguruza just clears the net, forehand Halep with a better angle, Muguruza cross court, Halep really going for the forehand here, but then so is Muguruza. Muguruza's long.
Maybe it seems like Muguruza's trying to pick on that forehand of Halep. She had a lot of opportunities to change direction, but persisted with the cross-court shot.
Halep at 30 love. So far, early stages of this match, she's been holding her serve more comfortably. A couple of minutes for her first game. Muguruza needing nearly 7 minutes to hold serve, having to save 2 points. Halep serves 400 into the net from Muguruza.
It's a great serve from Halep. A lot of swing and movement in the air once that ball was hit. The long limbs of